This morning I'm so blessed to be to receive a miracle from God. 3 months ago, I ended up with a really bad lower back problem, and my knee also became all seized up. And it got so bad that my wife sometimes had to put my socks and shoes on. Sometimes I had to get a taxi because I couldn't get in the ute and drive the ute safely. And you know, I was just been for 3 months, you know, I mean, struggling with it and praying and believing and reading books on healing the sick, you know, and all these things. And quite honestly, on Sunday night, actually, what happened was there was a barbecue out here, and I couldn't even go to the barbecue because my back became so painful, and I had to. And Pastor Mark rang me up, and he said, "Well, you know, what's happening?" I said, "Look, sorry, Pastor, my back's really unmovable, and I don't think I'll be able to go tomorrow either." And anyway, so fortunately, I was able to make it here. And yeah, what was I going to say? You know, I went to, yeah, that's right, I went to the physiotherapist at the beginning. I went to a physiotherapist, and I said, "Look, I've got this problem." She said, "That's what we do," she said. And I thought, wow, that's great. So anyway, so I went there. And I went 4 times, you know, $400 worth. And, you know, the exercise was really good. It helped my body, but it didn't do a thing to my back and my knee. So I gave that away. And I went to the doctors with all kinds of scans, you know, MRI scans and all the different scans you can think of. And eventually it came to a point when they have actually I'm waiting for the RDH to contact me to look at my knee and investigate the knee to find out what they can do. But anyway, so there we are. And then, so on the Sunday night, I was upstairs in the prayer room, and I was sat next to Ian Jones, and I found it so hard to get up. I couldn't find a place to get up off of the seat there. I had to find a particular position so I could get myself up. And I came down, and I was at the back, and Pastor called for us to go, and anyone who's sick go up front. And quite honestly, I've told you all this before on Wednesday, I know, but I'm going to tell you again, all right? I really didn't want to go up. I didn't want to go up because my faith was really quite, and I didn't want to go up there and do all that performance of trying to test yourself and all that. And but I had to come up because you all knew that I was sick, and if I didn't go up, I think, why isn't Val going up to pray? He prayed for. So I went. Anyway, so I went up, and there was a whole line of people there, and the pastor ignored me. I was at the end, and the pastor ignored me, and he went to everyone else. I thought, oh man, is my faith that? And anyway, he came back to me, and he said, "Val, sit down there." And so I went and sat down there, and he checked my leg and everything else and prayed for me. And I got up, and I just immediately knew that my look at this. I have more movement in my leg. Well, it hasn't been like for 3 months, you know. I was just so excited, but I wasn't game in front of everyone to check my back because I wasn't game to. I wasn't sure whether it was right or not. But anyway, after the service, I realized my back I didn't feel anything. No kidding, I didn't feel anything. I just knew God healed my back afterwards when I started to. I knew my back was completely healed, you know, and then through the 3 days from after Sunday to Monday, every day my knee became more and more flexible. You know what I mean? I got so excited that God, well, I presume that the back was a problem, and now my knee is responding, you know, and recovering. It's still not quite perfectly right, but praise God, I'm so happy this morning I had to actually calculate in the time it took me to get my shoes and socks on, you know, in the mornings to get here on time, you know. But this morning, you know, I mean, I'm able to put my shoes and socks on. It didn't take any longer. I'm back to normal again. So I really am so happy that God has healed me, a miracle. And it's the most notable miracle. I mean, when you think about it, I just thought about it this week, you know, the Gate Beautiful, there's a guy there, he was lame, okay, and he went leaping and jumping around and I received the same miracle, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously he's probably worse off than I was, but, you know, even so. I received a notable miracle, and I'm so happy and thankful to God that he healed me, you know. It's just awesome and wonderful, and I thank God. And there's a few other things he needs to do for me, but